make sure it's focused.
All right, guys. So we did division earlier. We're going to do a competition game where everybody's going to get a sheet of paper. It's got 4 squares on the front, 4 squares on the back. All right, I want to see your work in these squares. I'm going to put division problems on the board. We're going to do them on our paper. We're going to go, when we're done, to see if we're correct. We're going to, sometimes we're going to share with the class, one of us, or we might be sharing with a partner next to us. The first one we're going to do, we're just going to do the way we've been doing them. We're going to divide, multiply, subtract, break down. I have those right in the corner of your squares on your sheet, so you guys can remember. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? That's what we need to divide. We're going to go through the steps once together, and then we'll start our competition. Okay, the first one we are just practicing together. So you guys can watch. You can do it in your first square. The free square, you can do it together. All right? So remember, we're going to divide, multiply, subtract, break down. Okay? So first what we're going to do is we're going to see how many times we divide 500 and we did 545 earlier. Let's do 455. So we're going to see how many times 5 going to 450 times. 455. How many groups of 5 we can make out of 455? My first step is what, Erica? What's the first thing I'm going to do? Yep, I'm going to see 5 go into 4. Can I take 5 out of 4? No, 4 is less than 5. So what do I have to do? Jeremiah. Yep, oh wait. So I'm going to put a 0 over the 4. You don't have to put the 0. It's great right now when we're learning because it marks our spot. We already know there's one there, and then we multiply. 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract. 4, bring down my 5, and now I have 45. And 5 going to 45. Jeremiah. 9 times 5, 10. I count by 5, so figure it out, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45. It's not. So 9 times 5 is 45. 45 subtract 45 is 0, and I'm going to bring down a 5. So now I need to see how many times 5 go into 5. Eli, how many times did 5 go into 5? One time. I'm going to put a 1 over my 5. I'm going to multiply 1 times 5. So give me 5. 5 subtracting 5 is 0. My answer is 91. How do I check to make sure the answer I got in this division problem is right? Carter. Do you remember how we check? Remember what's the opposite of division? Remember the opposite of division? Multiplication. Yep, we use multiplication. And what are we going to do? Fallon. Do you remember what we do to check our answer, our quotient? We got 91 as our answer. The 5 will go to 455, 91 times. How can we check to see if that's right? Do you remember? It's going to use multiplication, as Carter said. You have any call? Just lost it? You want to think about it a little bit? I can call someone else if you want to think about it. Amanda. We multiply it. What do we multiply that? So there's really only 3 things we can multiply, right? We've got our 3 numbers. Our divisor, our dividend, and our quotient. What are we going to multiply together to find out if we have the right number or not? And one more, cherish. Do you know? 91 times 5, yeah? Because if I can take 5 out of 455 91 times, right? Yep. And that means I must be able to multiply 5 times 91 to get 455. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 9, you can count by 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
What?
Wait, sorry, I wrote it wrong.
Let's go!
Yep. So, you're right. So guys, when you're doing this contest, check your work before you move on, because you're going to know if you're right or wrong by multiplying. So whenever you do division, before you turn something in, you can see if you're right or wrong. Right? Alright, so here we go, addition. In box 2, I'm going to write 3 problems up here. You're going to complete the problems showing your work on 3 of your boxes. Okay. Label A. You can do any order you want in your boxes. Just label A, B, C. You have your work there so I can figure out what you're going to do. But instead of A, B, C? Yeah, I mean, if you want to do 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, I'm fine with that. Yeah, any 3 boxes, guys. The first box should have been what we did together. Then you've got 2 more boxes, and I want you to solve these ones. Okay. So go ahead and solve these. Guys, make sure you're doing your work. You can look back at your work and we can find out where you're wrong if you made a mistake. We're going to be checking other people's work after we do these. So do your work. I don't want you to do it in your head right now. I want you to write it on the paper for now. I want to be able to see your work. I want to know what you're thinking. So, A looks a little funny, right? The way I wrote it? Remember, fractions are a division problem. So, we're just finding out how many times 7 can go into 283. So guys, just write one problem down, start that one and do that one. You don't need to write all 3 down at once, just write one, start it, and work on that one. Hey, Jake. Okay, so why don't we write? And remember, our steps are right here. All the steps are on the side of your boxes, guys. On the side of your boxes. Divide, D, M, S, B. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. If you want, you can write them out. And the D's are there, the letters there. If you want, you can make a divide sign, multiply sign, subtract sign, and a bring down sign. To help you remember if the letters aren't helping you. Okay? Box method? What? Box method? The box method is what we use for multiplication. We're going to do. So, how many times are you going to do? 0 here. 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 7 is 2. 0 times 8. Now I got 28. 3 times 7 going to 28. Now guys, if we don't know our multiplication facts, you can skip count, do repeated addition. 4 times. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 14 is 28. So we're looking for 28, yeah. So write a 4 above the 8. Then multiply 4 times 7 to write down the 28.
Oh.
That's right, 29. Now 4 times 7 is 28. Or multiply this. You did in your head to find out what that number was. You need to do your work. Okay, so you just did it, right? We just found out how many times 4 goes into 28. How many times 7 goes to 28? 4 times. So 4 times 7 is 28, right? All right, 28 come here, under the 28. Subtract the 0 and bring down. So okay, 7 go into 3. So you're right. 0 above the 3, right here. And 0 and 7, subtract, and that's going to be your remainder. So your remainder will be left over. So you got 40 up here, yeah. So you're not done yet, right? We still have this 3 down here. So 0 times 7 is what?
Oh, 0.
Now subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3, right? So we have 3 left over. So we have 40, 3. 40 with 3 left over. So we can do 40 groups 7, we have 3 pieces left over. Right? Let's try the next one. Come back. So 7 goes into 2 4 times. That's what it looks like. And your 4 is right over here too. Okay. Hey Jaden, if you want, you can help. Don't tell me answer, show them how to do it, okay? What goes into 8? Let me erase this. You're on the right path. I like what you're going right here. So, 4 goes into 8 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8, right? So I don't know why you have 2 down. 2 times 4 is 8. So you need to just eliminate it. You made it out of your top. Now we subtract, right? So we divide it, multiply, subtract. 0. Bring down. Right, 3. How many times can 4 go into 3? 4 plus 4 is 3. You can't, right? Too small for it. So 0 times, right? We're going to put a 0 over 3. Now multiply 0 times 4, multiply. 0 times making is 0. So 0 times 4 is 0. So we're at 0 under 3. Now subtract. So 3 minus 0 is what? So 3. Now bring down. How many times did 4 go into 31? 4 times 4 is 16. And I got 4 more than 20. So I know it's going to be more than that, right? So 4 times 5 would be 20. And if I add 4 more, I'd have 24. If I add 4 more, I'd have 28. If I add 4 more, I'd have 32. So that's 28. And how many times is that? So we get 4 times 2 is 8, right? 4 times, sorry, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Plus 4 is 24. Plus 4 is 28. So how many times is that? Hey, sorry, you're right. And it's 6 times 4, right down there. 6 times 4. No. 7 times 4. 28, and you subtract. Then it should be your remainder. Okay, so the following, so 4 goes times 4 is 2. So guys, a lot of times if you get stuck, if you look back at your work will tell you exactly what you did wrong. Alright, let's do, I see a couple of us struggling, so let's do one of these on the board, okay? We're going to work together to do it on the board. Alright, so I want to try to do B, 4. I helped some people with this already, so I'm going to help. We'll do it all together. So 4 divided by, sorry, we're going to see how many times 4 can go into 831. So how many times you take groups of 4 out of 831? So what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to pull sticks. Erica, what's the first thing I do? I divide. Yep, how many times 4 go into 8? Twice, right? It's 4 plus 4 is 8. So if I put my 2 on top of my 8, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0, and bring down my 3. Alright, so what's my next step? I went through my steps again, right? Sorry, I didn't write it. Divide, multiply. Subtract, and bring down. Alright, so I'm back at the top again, right? So Eric, what am I doing next? Divide, what am I dividing? See how many times 4 go into 3? Can 4 go into 3? Can I take 4 out of 3?
No.
No, it's pretty smaller. So what am I going to do? What? 0, yep. Good. 0 times 4 is going to be 0. And then I'm going to subtract, I get 3. I'm going to bring down my 1. I have 31. So now, I'm back at, TJ's not here anymore. Derek, what am I doing now? I'm back at the top of my steps. So what am I doing? Dividing what? Right here. So right here, down here, I have 31.
See how many times 4 goes into 31?
Yep, we're going to see how many times 4 can go into 31. So, if we do our multiplication tables, we're still working on those. So, we can count by 4s. I know 4 plus 4 is 8, right? So, 4 plus 4 is 8. Then 8 plus 8 is 16. So, that means 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times, right? So 7 times 4 is 28. 31, subtract, take away 28 from 31 is going to give me 3.
I was 1 off. I had 206.
So 200, 4 goes in. I could have, if I have 831 pieces of candy and I wanted to put it into groups of 4, I wanted to have 4 pieces of candy each group. How many groups could I make? I could make 207 piles with 4 pieces of candy, and I have 1 pile with only 3 left over.
I was so close. I was
Okay.
1 off.
All right, so guys, I want you to try A right now. All right, we're going to go over it together. I want you guys to try it. I'm going to give you a couple minutes. I'm going to come around and help. I want you to see how many groups of 7 you could make out of 283. Okay, what's the first thing you're going to do? First thing I would do, I will start off. I'll start you guys here, and then I'll let you do it on your own. So first thing I would do is I'd rewrite it into a way I like to, that I'm used to working with division. And that's how I'm used to seeing my division problems. And I'm going to write my D as B on the side. And then I would start with 7. How many times tonight? 7 go into 2. Cigars. Start at the same place. How many times could you take 7 out of 2? Yeah, so what are you going to put? 0, yeah. And then multiply 7 times 0. Subtract, and then bring down. We just did this one, right? Together? So let's do this one again. 7 divided by 283, okay? So what are you going to do first, officer? What are you going to divide? Derek, what's the hero? We're going to see how many times 7. Can you take 7 out of 2? No, so what am I going to write about the 2? 0. And then I'm going to multiply. 0 times 7, right? Gives me 0, and I subtract, and then I bring it down. Right. So now I got 28. How many times did 7 go into 28? So, I have 7 plus 7 is 14, right? 14 plus 14 is 28. So 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. And I'm going to subtract. I'm going to bring down my 3. So, how many times did 7 go into 3? 0. And then 0 times 7 is 0. I'm going to subtract. So you see 3, 40 what? 40, remainder 3. 40 with 3 left over, right? Yeah. No, we just gotta do this step. Just remembering the steps, guys. Okay, so 7 go into 2 4 times. You have 2. So 7 can go into 2, put a 0 there. 0 times 7 is 0. Subtract 2 from, take 2 away from 0, move up 2, and then bring down your 8. Then you have 28. That would be 4. That would be 28. How many times does 7 go into 3? Alright guys, I'm going to do this one through. I'm going to do this one through just so everyone can see what they did. And then we're going to try to see if we can detect what people did wrong in their work. I'm going to do this, and as I do the work, I'm going to make a mistake. Okay? I want you guys to tell me what my mistake is. Yeah, go ahead, everyone. All right, so I'm going to start. What did I do, guys? Hey, so Eli, what did I do? Hold on, guys, I can't hear Eli, please. Exactly. So, I watched several people do this, guys. That's why I chose it as my first mistake. A lot of people did this. Because you know, I think when you look at the problem real quick, you know 7 is bigger than 2. So you can't take 7 out of 2, right? So you can just make it in 28. But if I don't put my 0 here, I can I can miss line and misdo my problem. So it'd be 7 times 0 is 0. Then I subtract 2. 0. I bring down my 8. Now I have 28. And now I can put the 4 there, right? 4 times 7 is 28. 28 minus 28 is 0. Bring down my 3. So 4 remaining or 3. Awesome, let's go. Does anybody see? We think that's right? Who has the same? Who had 4 remaining or 3 as their answer? Who had a different answer? Who answered the up card? Alright. Does anybody see? Either 4 remaining or 3 is not the correct answer, guys.
Nope.
Can you look at my work and tell me why?
Okay, we had a lot of it. 4 times 7. That's 28. You're still missing the 3.
Right. Because I just skipped ahead. I went fast, I rushed.
Yeah.
I missed a little step. And I can check this. So let's just go and check this first. Go down and check it. So 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 3 would be 31. Does that work out?
No.
So obviously something's wrong, right? What's wrong is I missed my 0 here. So can 7 go into 3? No. So I need to put a 0 here. That makes that 40.
Yes, I knew.
So now 0 times 7 is 0. 3, take 0 away from 3, you still have 3. So I have 3 left over. So I can get 40 piles with 7 pieces in them each. And I would have 3 left over, right? So now let's check our work. 40, so we're going to multiply 40 times 7, and we're going to add 3. And we're going to see if we get 283. If we did, we're doing it right. So 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 4 is 28. So that's 280 plus 3, 283.
Yes. Yay.
Here it is.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
last one. You did the last one. Oh, the last one. You only need to do that's 30. They did that. When was the last one? 6.
Our last one was 62 divided by 2.
62.
Well, yeah, so, so, I heard someone say mental math, I think it's our 5th grade visitor that said it, because right now, I don't want you guys doing mental math. Until we know how to do this really well, you want to be able to see your work to see where you made mistakes, right? When you looked at my work, it was easy to see my mistakes, because my work was there, right? So you can go back and see exactly what I did wrong and what we needed to fix. So, same thing. So, 2, what am I going to do first? I'm going to divide. What am I dividing? Javon. One stick. Yep, I'm going to find out how many times I can take 2 pieces out of 6, right? And how many times can I do that? I can count by 2. 2, 4, 6. 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm going to subtract. I'm going to bring down. And then 2 goes into 2 how many times? 1 time. So 31. How do I check my answer, Allison? Yep. So let's multiply 31 times 2. If we get 62, we're doing something right. All right, I checked my answer. I know it's good to go. All right, the last one I'm going to give you for right now is, I'm going to give you 2. Sorry, I lied. I'm going to give you 2 more. I'm going to do the math. I want you to tell me if I'm right or wrong and what my mistake was. Okay? So I'm going to put 2 problems up here in your box. I want you to tell me what if I did it right. If I'm right, you can say you're right. If I'm not right, tell me what I did wrong and show me how to make it right. Okay?
On our paper?
Yes.
On the back. Come on.
Yeah, if you flip your paper over, there's 4 squares on the back, too. That's okay, you look at my work. So, you're gonna tell me, you guys, I don't want to hear voices. I want on your paper, if you think I got it right, write correct. You write number 4 correct. If not, tell me what I did wrong and how to make it right. Okay?
Wait, so are we supposed to write it down or are we supposed to write wrong or right?
Right? So if it's correct, you just write correct. But if it's wrong, you tell me what I did wrong. Okay, so you have the work up there. So go sit down, you'll be able to see through your desk.
Okay, now.
Here. Thanks, guys. So, write out the problems and do them. See if I did them correctly. If you do them and you get the same answer I did, then we're probably correct. If you do them and you get a different answer, then one of us is wrong, right? Then we'll have to look at our work and figure out. So how would you check first? First, we just did it, guys. We found a way that you can check if your answer is right or not with the division problem, right? Probably what I try first. I probably try to see if I can multiply and if my answer is right or not. If it's not right, I know Mr. Tormey made a mistake. I'm going to find out what's wrong. One of them's a little bit tricky, but we'll talk about that later. Where? Which one? Number 4? The arrow going down under the 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 going down. It's supposed to be an arrow. It's 7 going down to 7. I'm bringing the 7.
No, under the 0. Yes, that's what we are. No, actually it isn't. It's in there.
Which one? Oh, I see. Under the 0? Yeah, bring the 0 down. Sorry. I went fast. That wasn't there. So that would be an arrow. 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 Okay, we're gonna, I will take 4 or 5 minutes more, and then I'm gonna let you guys come show us if I'm right or wrong, and how you knew. What's 1 minus 2? So guys, remember, multiply your answer by the dividend. I'm sorry, by the divisor, and you'll know if you got the answer right or not. I mean, it's that easy, guys. You just do that multiplication, you know if it's right or wrong. Okay, so. No, you have to wait till we go on through. What was the problem? Okay, is that right? All right, let me see thumbs up, thumbs medium, or thumbs down. How we feel about this right now? If we're kind of struggling, it's cool if we're struggling. We'll do some more on the board together. I'm fine with it. I just knocked it, yeah. All right, so who thinks they can tell me, was I right or wrong on number 4? Don't shout, just, I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to have you go up and explain this on the board. Maya, you want to go? Go up and explain it, okay? And we're going to be respectful of Amaya. We're going to listen. So we should also follow along to see if Amaya's correct or not, right?
Yes.
Alright, so first off, Maya, was I right or wrong when I did it?
Wrong.
What? Alright, so explain.
That you skipped it. So you skipped some steps. Plus 2 times 13 equals 26.
Yep.
In this one, you got it wrong.
So wait, but show me how, go back to number 4. Show me how to do it the right way. You can tell me. Do you want to tell me I can write it for you? Okay. So, what am I doing first, Amaya? So I was wrong. Okay. So 207 divided by 2. Okay, what am I doing first? I go 1 time, right? 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract 0. Bring down. Okay. My next step.
Next step is that 20 minus 20.
Well, now I'm going to put 20 there. So how many times does 2 go into 0? 0 times. And then, wait, sorry. I forgot to do it. Yep, because 2 minus 2 is 0. Then we have a 0. Let's move 0, 0. Can't go with that. So I'm going to bring my 7 down. How many times does 2 go into 7? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8's too many. So 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract 1. I have 1 left over. So I have 103. Remainder 1. Now I'm going to multiply 103 by 2. And then I'm going to add 1 in the end. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 206 plus 1 is 207. So all right. All right. Who can show us this one? Jaden? Go ahead. Yeah.
You could use your finger.
Problem is 302 divided by 3. Is that right? Is that the one I did?
302. It's 302 divided by
303
2.
divided by 2.
That's 3.
Yeah, we got it. Alright, so what do you do first, Jaden?
Mine's left.
Please be respectful, Amaya. Everyone be respectful when you were up there, right?
I saw him smirking at me, so I threw it back, okay?
So what do you do, Jade? What do we do first? We want to find out how many times 2 go into 3, right? Well, I'm confused, Jade. How did you get... Oh, wait. It's 3? No. Oh, okay. Sorry. So you're right. Sorry. What do you mean? How many times 3 go to 3 other 2? You got it right. You brought your 0 down, so what do you have to do next? 0 times 3 is 0. So you're going to subtract. I'm going to bring down. go. Great, let's see. What is 3 times 100?
300.
300 plus 2?
302.
302. We look right?
Yes.
All right, great guys. All right, we're gonna continue our game from lunch.
What about the bathroom? We gotta go to
Oh, we do have a bathroom break.
Yeah.